Hello and welcome. You are watching Today in Parliament with me, Aishwarya, and these are the Parliament headlines. Rajya Sabha to take up a triple talaq bill for consideration and passage. BJP, Congress issue whip to their MPs. Bill criminalizes and penalizes instant divorce by Muslim men. Also in the Rajya Sabha, the Companies Amendment Bill listed for consideration and passing. Bill aims to amend the Companies Act 2013. Piyush Goyal to introduce the National Institute of Design Amendment Bill 2019. And in the Lok Sabha, the Consumer Protection Bill 2019 listed for consideration and passing. Labour Minister Santosh Kumar Gangwar to move Code on Wages 2019 for passage. Key bills are listed in today's agenda in the Rajya Sabha today. The government has listed the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Bill 2019 for consideration and passage. Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad will move the bill which criminalizes instant divorce by Muslim men and seeks a jail term for the guilty. The bill seeks to protect the rights of married Muslim women and also provides allowance to victim women and their dependent children. The bill was passed in the Lok Sabha on 26th of July. Meanwhile, several political parties including BJP, Congress and TMC have issued whip to their MPs asking them to ensure their presence in the House. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman today will move the Companies Amendment Bill 2019 for consideration and passing to further amend the Companies Act 2013. The bill was passed in Lok Sabha last week. Meanwhile, Union Minister Piyush Goyal will introduce the National Institute of Design Amendment Bill 2019. The bill seeks to amend the National Institute of Design Act 2014. Besides these bills, half an hour discussion on Clean Ganga Drive is also on the agenda of the upper house. All right, Kriti, our colleague Kriti Mishra is now joining us live from Parliament. Kriti, talking about Rajya Sabha, it is going to be a very, very crucial day because, of course, the anti-triple talaq bill is coming up for consideration and passage, and political parties have issued a whip to their members to be present in the House. But what are the indications that you are getting from political parties? What is going to be their stand in Rajya Sabha today on this bill?
Well, Aishwarya, the Supreme Court had struck down the practice of triple talaq, saying that it is unconstitutional, and had asked the government to come up with the legislation. Even during the previous tenure, the Modi government had brought in a legislation which was passed by the Lok Sabha but was scuttled in the Rajya Sabha. And this bill lapsed due to dissolution of 16th Lok Sabha. Now, today, again, this bill would come up in the Rajya Sabha. This bill has already been passed by the Lok Sabha with 303 MPs voting in favour and 82 against it. As far as the Rajya Sabha is concerned, in the 245-member House, the NDA has around 113 members. But remember, there are 4 vacancies in the upper house, so the majority mark would be around 121. So the government is heavily banking on the abstentions, the walkout, and also the non-NDA and non-UPA parties like the TRS, YSRCP, and also the BJT. So that would be very crucial. Of course, that the BJP has issued the whip to its members. In fact, in the parliamentary meeting right now, all the MPs have been asked to be present in the House. The Congress and the TMC have also issued whip to their members. So it will be a very interesting day, and we'll have to see what is the government strategy on the floor of the House to ensure the passage of this important bill. Aishwarya?
All right. Kriti, stay with us. We'll just come back to you. And of course, there are other bills also listed in today's agenda in Rajya Sabha, but all eyes are going to be on the anti-triple talaq bill. Meanwhile, 2 bills are listed in today's agenda in Lok Sabha for consideration and passing. Consumer Affairs Minister Ram Vilas Paswan will move the Consumer Protection Bill 2019 for consideration and passing. The bill seeks to provide for the protection of the interests of the consumers and for the said purpose, to establish authorities for timely and effective administration and the settlement of consumers' disputes. And Labour and Employment Minister Santosh Kumar Gangwar will also move the Code on Wages 2019 for consideration and passing. This bill aims to simplify the wage and bonus payments rules, besides mandating a national minimum wage. Let's go back to Kriti Mishra. Kriti, two important bills in Lok Sabha today. Of course, the code on wages is also very significant considering the fact that it mandates a national minimum wage, which is something that the government has been trying for long, both for the organized as well as disorganized sector. How important is this bill going to be?
Well, Ashwara, the government has been talking about comprehensive reforms in the labour laws in the country, and this particular bill, which is the Code on Wages Bill, seeks to consolidate 4 laws pertaining to labour wage and also seeks to make a universal wage in the country and also make the entire wage system in the country very transparent. So this is going to be a very important bill that will be taken up in the Lok Sabha today. And of course, there's another bill, which is the Consumer Protection Bill. Remember, the government has been talking about protecting the rights of the consumers. So this bill will provide a mechanism for redressal of grievances of the consumers. There's also a provision for setting up Consumer Grievance Redressal Commission in the country. And also there would be hefty fines in case of misleading ads and also fines on the celebrities endorsing such products. There would be a stringent punishment in case of food adulteration. So certainly a very important bill in the Lok Sabha as far as the rights of the consumers are concerned. Aishwarya?
Absolutely. This is also a very, very important bill, the Consumer Protection Bill. It was introduced in Lok Sabha on 8th of July. And an earlier draft had lapsed with the dissolution of the 16th Lok Sabha. But of course, with it today, we are expecting that there's going to be a good discussion on both of these bills and they're going to be passed today. That is the hope. Thank you so much, Kriti, for all those updates there from Parliament. And following ministers will lay papers on the table in the Rajya Sabha today. Anurag Singh Thakur will lay on the table a copy of the 32nd progress report on the action taken pursuant to the recommendations of the JPC on stock market scam and matters related to it. Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad will move a motion for the election of 5 members from among the members of the House to serve on Joint Committee on Offices of Profit. And following ministers will lay papers on the table in the Lok Sabha today. Parshottam Rupala for the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare. Sadhvi Niranjan Jyoti for the Ministry of Rural Development. Anurag Singh Thakur for the Ministry of Finance. And Secretary General will report a message from Rajya Sabha regarding the banning of Unregulated Deposit Schemes Bill 2019. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Today in Parliament. But do stay tuned for the proceedings of the Upper House to begin at 11 a.m. Thanks for watching.